Well, I'm on here again today, but I'm doing something a little bit different. I had a pair of these PJs that there's nothing wrong with them except the elastic. You know how sometimes when you wear something, the elastic stretches out in the waist, and therefore you can't keep it up anymore. So that happened to me with a pair of PJs that I've got. So what I'm doing right now is fixing to plug in my sewing machine, and I'm simply gonna put elastic in there. Get this sewing machine plugged in. Some of you probably have seen me with, these are actually the PJs I had on the other day. And I was thinking when I had them on that I really needed to do something with the elastic. So that's what I'm fixing to do. I just bought me a package of elastic. It's a yard long. And I should have showed it all, but I didn't think of it at the time. But I took the old elastic out of the PJs. Right here. You can see the waist where I took the elastic out. And I'm simply just going to run some new elastic in there. But first, the way I do it is I hem up my waistband. I hem it up to the width of the elastic, or just a hair bigger than the elastic, maybe a eighth of an inch bigger than the elastic that's going to go in there. That way when I put the new elastic in, there's room for that elastic. I'm even going to put the tag back in. But some of you know that I do sell stuff on Poshmark. And a lot of the stuff that I sell on there, I make myself. Like handbags and other stuff. So basically, I'm making the seam at the waist basically the same size that it was. Maybe just a hair bigger because the elastic might be 1/8 of an inch wider. I used to make a lot of my own clothes because, like I said, I've got little short legs, and a lot of the clothes, used to you could not get, I don't know if you can see that. That light is not shining very well. I don't like the way that light is, but not much I can do about it. But yeah, I used to make a lot of my own clothes because they didn't make petite sizes when I was growing up. So my mom started making my clothes. She's a fantastic sewer. I mean, she could make anything that she wanted. She could take something, cut it down, and redo it and turn it into something else. So I always had clothes. She even made me a corduroy outfit that had a vest and a pair of corduroy pants to go with it. And I remember one time we didn't have money to buy a school coat for me, or not even any type of a winter coat. And my mom was going to take her fur coat that Daddy got her when he was in the Navy. She was going to cut that thing down and make me a coat out of it. And I didn't want her to do that because I wanted her to wear it. So I told her no, that nobody wore those. Well, I should have let her go ahead and make it for me, because after that she got rid of the coat, gave it to somebody, and I should have just let her go ahead and make me a coat out of it. But she didn't know it till years later. And I told her, you know, that was the reason I said I didn't want her to do that, to tear that coat up and make me one, is because I wanted her to wear it, because I thought it was such a pretty coat. But that made Daddy mad when she got rid of it, because it took him a long time to save up enough money when he was stationed on the USS North Carolina battleship to buy that coat. So you live and learn. Yeah, and my sewing machine, even though it's a new sewing machine, it makes a lot of noise. Sorry for that. Yeah, I've done this with several pair of pants that I've had. You know, because there's nothing wrong with your pants. Your elastic just stretches out after a period of time. And if you don't know how to fix your elastic, you have to get rid of the pants. So I've always just replaced the elastic in mine. And doing this, I'll get many, many more years out of these PJs. I mean, some people, they have enough money that they would have just gotten rid of them and not thought anything of it. But I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of money. So I always fix mine. A lot of times I'll cut jeans down and reuse them, turn them into shorts. Because you know, about the cheapest shorts you can go out there and buy is about $16 a pair. Sometimes you can buy the long pants cheaper than you can get the shorts. And when I get to the end, I'll leave a little opening. Just enough to thread up my elastic through it. Because I can always go back later and close it off. See, I left about 1 inch open right there. That's where I'm going to thread my elastic. Then all I got to do is measure my elastic out and make sure I got it the right amount. Leave it about 1 inch or so longer than your waist is. Yeah, I think that one will work. And I just take a safety pin. The bigger the better, or the longer the safety pin is, the better. Because that's what you're going to thread your elastic through that opening with. Is the safety pin. And then just go right up through there and thread it through. Like I said in one of my videos, there's no telling what you're going to see in my videos. That's the way I set my channel up. It's mostly gardening and cooking what you grow. But from time to time, I'll put other projects or entertainment in there. Just as a variety. So you don't get bored. Yeah, just be careful you don't pull it all the way through because you want part of your elastic to stay out this other end. Because we'll have to have both ends out to sew them together. Yeah, if you make your hem wide enough, your elastic goes through it real easy. So I try to make it just a hair bigger than or wider than the elastic. I can see it now when I post this video. How some of these people that expect to see a gardening video will see me repairing my PJs and they'll say, what in the world? Like I said, on my channel there is no telling what you might see. Oh, it's all going to be clean. I mean, it's not going to be no X-rated stuff. But you'll see a lot of different things. Got a piece of fuzz in my mouth. Yeah, when you're on a fixed income or you're on a low budget, just because the elastic gets stretched out in your PJs or any type of slacks, that doesn't mean you can just go out there and throw them away and go buy a new pair. I can't afford to do that. So since I know a little bit about sewing, and I've made my own clothes over the years, I just repair mine and keep right on wearing them. And then what I'm going to do is take the two ends, put them together, and I'm going to sew it together. Yeah, you just go back and forth a couple of times because you don't want it to come loose. And it's just that easy. In fact, I may want to take it up just a little bit more. I think that's going to be too big. You can go through trial and error. If you sew it together and you think it's going to be too long, then just pull it back out. Take off a little bit of it. Just go a couple of inches up or an inch up. And I shouldn't pull it. Don't do some of the stuff I do, but sometimes I find it's easier just to break it off than it is to find the scissors and cut the thread. And see, I just cut off the excess of it. And put it back through. Stretch it out so it's evenly around your waistband. And you can go back and close up that little 1 inch opening, because we don't need it to be opened anymore. You'll have to stretch it out a little bit to do it. And then as you wear them, if you seem that it's too big, you can always go back later, open your seam up, and I'm simply going to put my tag back in, because I like to know what size it is and all that good stuff, in case later down the road I forget. Yeah, I'm going to use my scissors. I should be using my scissors, not just pulling it and breaking it. Sometimes you can pull your stitching out that way. So I'm going to show you the right way. Use your scissors. There. I sewed it up one way, and then I'm just going to flip it down and sew it in the other. That gives me a clean tag. Looks just like it did when it came from the store. I've got a serger, and I haven't used it in a long time because I don't sew as much as I used to. Basically what I do now is repairs, and this guy that I knew, he was doing something and he just totally ripped the yoke of his shirt. And it was one of those Western shirts. And he was upset about it, and he said, well, now I've got to buy me a new shirt and get rid of this one. I said, no, you don't. I said, I can fix that. Well, he didn't believe that I could fix it. But you know what? I brought it in my house. I put it on my serger. I fixed the tear for him. And when you looked at it, you could not tell that it had ever been ripped. Now, what I do too is I go back over after I get it hemmed, I get my tag back in. I straighten my waistband up. I get all of the elastic evenly spaced throughout the waistband. And then I simply go back and about halfway the hem, right about halfway, I run a row of stitching. Now what that stitching does is it keeps the elastic, the waistband, from rolling over and twisting up in the waistband. It'll keep it straight. So that's what I'm doing right now. You have to pull it tight to straighten it out so you get everything evenly distributed. And I wish I could get the camera over here to where you could see it, but I'm not sure you're able to see what I'm trying to show you, but and I usually just put one row of stitching just to keep it from twisting around. If I'm making a skirt or pants for somebody and it's going to be a brand new pair of pants or a skirt, I'll go ahead and use the white elastic, and I might put 3 or 4 rows of stitching around the waist just to make it look nice. But this, I'm just doing a repair. I just want the elastic in there so it doesn't roll up. And it is my PJs, so. You have to stretch it out, and then it goes back to the normal size. But if you don't stretch it out, you won't be able to use the elastic. I mean, the elastic won't stretch. I made a skirt for a friend of mine, and I put, I think, like 4 rows of stitching in the waistband because it was like a 4-inch waistband. And they said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you made that skirt. It looks so professional." I said, "Well, I am a professional." Like I said, I grew up making some of my own clothes after my mom was making a lot of them, and she taught me how to sew. And then I took home ec in school and made dresses in the home ec class. Then later, I was not only sewing for me, but I was sewing for other people, like family members. I did alterations for my aunt. I made dresses for my cousins. And years ago, I did work in, I worked in a lingerie plant manufacturing company. And also a dress factory. So, I'm familiar with sewing. There. That's as good as new. And see, you know, if I'd have put another row, it might have looked better. But it's my PJs. As long as my waistband doesn't roll up, I don't care. Because my PJ top is going to be over it anyway. You're not going to see the waistband. But even if you did, that looks fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But see, I saved a pair of PJs right there. Rather than throw them away, I restrung the elastic, redid the waistband, put my tag back in, so I'll know what size they are if I ever want to get rid of them. And I put a new lease on life for these pair of PJs. So, yeah, I make what they call damn it dolls. All kind of stuff. Let me go get one. If I can find one. This is one of my damn it dolls. Sorry about that, y'all. One of these days, I'll get used to this tripod and using this camera. But this right here, and that is upside down. I don't know if it's going to make any difference. But forgive my hair. I wasn't expecting to do this, but I did it at the last minute. But this is one of my Dammit dolls. He looks kind of weird and funky. I make them so they look kind of funny. But it's a gag gift for like a co-worker, office worker, friend, family member. And it's called a Dammit doll. On the inside, it's got a saying typed out on the card. And I'll read it to you. It says, Dammit doll, when you feel you want to throw the phone or kick the desk and shout, here's a little Dammit doll you should not be without. Just grasp it firmly by the legs and find a place to slam it. And as you whack its stuffing out, yell, damn it, damn it, damn it. So it's a cute little novelty gift to give a coworker or a family member, especially people that work in offices or, that type of thing. But they're meant to be funny looking, so I try to make mine unique. And I know because you can find these on the internet and they look various different ways. And I try to keep mine apart from the rest. And I put my own little personality into them. So yeah, I do stuff like that. I resell ladies' clothing, sometimes men's clothing, shoes. I've got several paintings on Poshmark website. So if you're interested in something like that, go ahead and check out my Poshmark site. It's Poshmark at Linda Hauser. So yeah, or type in Dammit dolls or something like that, and these should come up. You'll get a lot of other ones, but you'll get mine too. So with that, I'm going to wish all of you a good day. And remember, don't trash your clothes just because the elastic is stretched out in the waist. Replace your elastic, redo your waistband, and it'll be just like new. So with that, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe to my videos. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you on my next one.